A very warm welcome and a good evening to another episode of our show, Legit Hustlers. With me, of course, Brenda Kembabazi. Now, I know you must be wondering, where is Brenda at this evening? Well, ask yourself no more. I am here in the outskirts of Kampala, where a gentleman is making wealth from West. I mean, many of you look at West as something that is not necessary, but for him, it is a niche that has helped him be what he is today. So join me as I bring you Godfrey Atuhire as he takes us through his story of where he started to where he is today. You're welcome, Godfrey.
Thank you.
So in a nutshell, tell us, who is Godfrey Atuhire?
Godfrey Atuhire Koronako. I'm a wood scientist by profession, born from Kabare, in a family of 6, and we are 2 boys. Yeah, I'm the second born, but I think I'm the one who is a bit educated. Okay. So as I said, I'm a wood scientist by profession, but a specialist in waste management. So my background as a wood scientist, I specialized into paper making out of waste. But from that kind of exposure, when I went abroad, I got some other skills of how someone can turn waste into different products. And one of them, of course, being the charcoal briquettes, that has really enticed me, or it has really made me think a lot. Really, when I move around and I see waste, I see money. So as you can see in the background, we have a lot of charcoal briquettes that we are making, and we are supplying our customers, hotels, homes, among other places.
Why did you settle for waste? Because many people look at waste as dirty work, as work for those who are uneducated. Why, as an educated person, did you choose to use waste as something that would help you make a business?
You know, what made me love waste is that from my childhood, I became a carpenter when I was around 15 years. So I was involved in furniture and producing a lot of waste. And when I ended up going for wood science and technology at Makerere University, what made me to love waste much was that one time I saw at Makerere University Senate an announcement for banning waste papers or examination papers after 2 years. They were using 5 years originally, but due to inadequate storage facilities, the university was planning to start banning papers after 2 years. But me as a wood scientist, I started thinking now, as a wood scientist, if we are making paper out of trees, can't we start recycling these papers and we make papers? So when that idea came to me, I started to do it as a small research. So when we did it as a small research, at one time in 2006, it was October, we had what you call the 3rd annual academic fair of Makerere University. So I had to go and exhibit this technology of recycling papers. Now, when I went for this academic fair and I exhibited my technology for recycling papers, I won the first award. I won an award for Makerere University as an innovator of the university, but my idea was all about waste management. When I got that award, it really gave me more morale, and it gave me, I became a bit wired to really think about waste. So that's how the whole idea started. That from that time when I won the first award, October 2006, I've never looked back. And from that kind of angle, it's when now I started looking at how someone can use even scrap to come up with small machines for recycling, small machines for making briquettes, as well as making paper out of the banana fibers. As you can see, we have banana stems. Believe that Uganda, we are producing a lot of bananas. But in terms of banana business, we are really nowhere. So we started thinking how we could make papers out of different fibrous materials, because as foresters, we are learning how someone can make paper out of the agro-based materials. So
Godfrey, can you tell us, from what you've said, I imagine you have a lot of skills in waste management. How have you shared these skills with other youth out there?
Of course, like what I've mentioned, I don't want the public to really think that I've got a lot of money from somewhere or from Afubano or whatever. But what I can really explain here is that I've used my small resources, private resources, because I work for government, and we are normally paid what you call gratuity. The gratuity we are normally paid after every 6 months. But I must say that whatever I normally get at the end of 6 months, I normally invest in this kind of business. And really, if I would tell you how many people I have shared this skill with, you might not even agree. Because I must say that we have mentored or have touched more than maybe even 20,000 people. Now, if I can mention, maybe like in Western Uganda, we have 20 people from as far as Rubirizi, Queen Elizabeth, people turning elephant dung into paper. You can say center and tell people are doing something. We have gone in different districts training people. Of course, some of them, they come here. And even I must mention that some people even have come from abroad, including Nigeria, people from Ghana, people from Congo. One time I went to Murang'a County, Kenya, where I empowered more than 1,000 youth at the headquarters of Murang'a County in Kenya. But it's not that we are normally paid, but the passion. This technology can be done. Raw materials are locally available, either at very, very cheap cost, minimum, or free. So now we have tried to help people to make sure that they also tap into what we are doing, the skills. But of course we see that they have a challenge. Which challenge they have is that people are not able to afford. Even if you say people are selling a machine of 1 million, people are poor. That's what the problem is. So that also has a bit also like discouraged us. And that's why we are busy producing machines, we are producing products, but I can say now we are emphasizing again into making a product, and we make money.
With all the products that I'm seeing here, what kind of waste do you actually use, or what would you say is the best waste to use when you're making these kind of products? You
see, about the waste that we are using what you call the biomass or the agricultural waste. No plastic, no metal, no stone. But this waste that we are using, maybe in a simple language I can talk about the agricultural waste. So this waste, so long as someone is really, we have a problem in Africa of not people being patient or acquiring skills and the practice to what we call to really be a professional person and doing this kind of thing. But if people were to be patient and they know that I am given this kind of material, because to make briquettes, for example, if you are to make briquettes, you normally tell people that you have to burn the casserole or the waste. When you burn, you are to form what you call the charcoal dust. If someone was to be very serious and creative and you burn it to quality that we tell you, so that you form the quality charcoal dust, you are able to make a good product. So that the quality of material, of course, like what you are saying, when we talk about, let's say, like the wood shavings would be the best. If we say like the peelings, sugarcane, bagasse, get them and you burn them, the best. You can go in markets, let's say like in Ruwero. I was working with these women of reach out to the wives of soldiers, Rwasa. You go to Ruwero, collect all the pineapple peelings in those markets, dry them. When they are dry, you carbonize and you make this kind of charcoal dust. You are able to make. So basically, if you talk about like the peelings and you are able to carbonize them very well and they are dry, they are able to make the best product.
That you have quite a number of machinery here, but what if someone out there, an ordinary person, is impressed by what you're doing and would like to do it, but starting from a small scale? Are there options aside of these machines that I see
Madam,
here?
as you can see small machines rotten there that we began with. You see small drum, you see small others, you see pots. That's what I normally tell people. But of recent, I'm a bit skeptical to comment. But I don't like this line where people are always asking me online. I don't like it. By the way, if I would ask something, I would say, if I had enough money, I would always provide people free transport to come on site and they see, rather than online. Now, like what you are saying, even if someone came with small money here and he says, I want this, we talk. I have no problem. Because that's why I say that sometimes I've been in different countries. I was in one of the countries in India, in a state called Dehradun, where you find that for them, they are known for using scrap. You know what I mean by scrap? Exactly. You go to places like roofings, you find they are selling plates, but they are very expensive. But you find as they are cutting plates, some small scrap pieces, small pieces are remaining there. So now, those small pieces is what you can use. We make for you a machine as a startup machine at affordable fee, and you're going to start a business. Here we produce the fiber out of the banana stems, as you are seeing some fiber there. And from the fibers, we make papers and make those gift bags and other crafts. Then number 2, we are making our proud product. Brenda, let me tell you, I think in the last 5 years, a sack of charcoal was 45,000 in Kampala. The other day I moved from Namugong up to Chireka. Women are telling me, if you don't have 90,000, you cannot. Are you aware? Yes, very aware. And yesterday I met one of the guys from UNBS, an officer who has worked there for almost 20 years. That he bought a sack of charcoal at 100,000 from Wakiso. That man drove him and he came here to visit us, that he cannot keep buying charcoal at 100,000. Now, this charcoal that we are having, which is a problem, trees are finished. The only solution for charcoal to really create even not only charcoal, but even creating employment and clean environment for our future children is this kind of a product called the charcoal briquettes. See this kind of product? Now, this kind of thing, that's why normally say what you call a value chain. Every farmer that is really having chicken, even those farmers who are cooking, they can use this kind of charcoal for cooking, for brooding, for cooking food. What we are supplying some hotels. So the second product is this briquette that I really hope, at least every sub-county in Uganda, at least should be able to make this kind of a product if they are very serious. So that's the one. Of course, the briquettes are of different shapes. We make different shapes. We have around 5 shapes. We have small briquettes like these ones for homes, where you can put around 6, and 6 briquettes cost you only 500 shillings. Hope we are together.
How long do they last?
These ones will give you minimum 2 hours when you are cooking. The challenge that people in Uganda have is patience. We have to tell you and teach you how that if you are going to be writing your briquette, let your briquette not sleep on the sigiri or the stove. Put your briquette upright. And when you don't buy machines from us, you can go anywhere. But when you're going to buy a machine from someone, tell the person to make for you the machine that make for you a machine that will produce a briquette with a hole in here.